Interview after interview after interview. Just talked to Scott from Local H, stood up, and then here is Lowlives. How you guys doing?
Hello. We are great.
Doing good.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, what you guys do in the band?
My name's Lee. I sing and play guitar.
And I'm Jackson, and I play guitar.
You guys have a really thick Kentucky accent. I can really tell. No,
yeah. Super thick.
So where are you guys from?
We're from all over the show, man. Like, 2 of us are Brits, 2 American. Jackson's from Texas. I'm from England. Luke is from England, and Steve, our bass player, is from Pittsburgh.
So I believe you guys, I've talked to people in Canada, I believe you guys are going to be my first not North American band I've talked to, so I'm very excited for that.
Amazing.
I have a very special question for you, but we'll get to that later in the day.
Okay.
How does it feel to be part of something like Louder Than Life?
It's fucking great, man. Like, we're really happy to do some of these Wimmer festivals. We're doing Aftershock in like a month's time as well, so that'd be really good. You go into that?
I want to, but it's like, I don't have enough time. It's just, it's too soon. If it was maybe another month ahead, yes, but that's where we are.
So we're doing that. It's nice to be here. We haven't played in Louisville ever, so it's cool to be here, man.
Nice, beautiful day today. Nice rainy
day. Lovely day for it, man. Fuck.
Okay, so you got to be part of, I don't know what day the call is, day 2 or day 3, because day 2 got canceled. Now we're technically day 3, whatever. We're day whatever. How did it feel to walk out on stage and see people actually there?
It was great. We kind of anticipate, because no one really, we're one of those bands that just, all we do is tour in England, in Europe a lot, and we barely, even though we live in the States, we very rarely tour in the States. So we were just anticipating like 10 people showing up. So lots of people showed up, they all knew the words, so it was fucking cool, man. It's nice.
How long, go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy for us never to have played here before, and like there's people singing the words. And this is my second U.S. festival ever, so it's pretty neat to come out on stage and everyone's jamming to the songs, having fun.
Is this you guys' first Danny Wimmer festival?
Yes, this is the first one.
So you guys have played other festivals, yes?
Yeah, other festivals mostly, again, England and Europe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have this unique perspective of, I've asked this for other bands. I'm not trying to come off as an ass kisser. However, I think these Danny Wimmer festivals are like top notch.
We were discussing this at catering just now, like, not to talk shit on English festivals, but like, they're not as, we were surprised how organized this was.
Yes.
Like, rolled in this morning, a dude met us outside the gate in the van, led us all the way in. Here's your dressing room, here's this. And we're like, oh, that was easy. Because normally when you go to like Download or Reading or any of those festivals, you're just like, we got to account for like 3 hours of fucking around in the morning to at least like, oh, here's the stage. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a piece of piss. It's been great.
Absolutely.
I say this because I've worked another Danny Wimmer festival called Incarceration, and I've been part of Sonic Temple.
Where's that one?
That one, Incarceration's in Columbus, Mansfield, Ohio, and then Sonic Temple, Columbus as well. Aftershock, you're going to be on the other side of the country in California, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be nice and warm.
Yes, it's going to be a way different experience. Yes, very jealous of that. However, walking into Incarceration Fest, day 1 of, I think the first day I ever worked, maybe a year and a half or so ago, everything organized, security organized, like things were laid out. I was like, wow, I'm used to just chaos, which is not bad, but this is like fantastic.
Just up and it's easy. Here's your food passes, here's this, scan. We were like, what the fuck is this thing? It's just like, oh, that's our food.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's great. And we just ate and it's great.
The catering too.
Catering was really good.
Tacos were amazing.
So when it comes to Aftershock and things kind of closing out 2024, what do you guys have coming up?
We just did we did a show last night in Chicago with Say Us In. We go back, we have like 2 weeks off, and then we do Say Us In shows again, and then we do Aftershock, and then we have like a show in Vegas. And that might be it for the year, possibly. Okay. So we released a record in May.
Yes.
May, we released a record. So yeah, we did a few English festivals, Download and stuff. We did a tour of Alkaline Trio in England, did some shows with our friends at Atreyu in Europe, now this and then that. So yeah, I think it might roll down for Christmas, I think. So
okay, wonderful. So when it comes to my question I was going to ask you guys, at Inc., I asked a lot of bands this question because they're used to, they're from America, they've played American festivals, but now they've played some European festivals. And I said, all right, what's the difference? What do you guys like? What do you not like? Now the roles have reversed.
Yes.
Tell me, which do you prefer and why? European festivals, American?
Well, I guess since I've done both now in my life, I can answer this. I'll say this, we played Download Festival not too long ago. It was amazing. It was an incredible festival. It was the muddiest thing that I've ever encountered in my life.
There was not a blade of grass to be seen.
Okay.
It was just mud.
It was a sea of mud.
The most, like you could see it running. Like it was crazy. Like the sludge, it was up to like your knees.
Wow.
Like it was fucking awful.
And I didn't bring boots, so I
Of
just
course.
had like Converse on, and it was just like up to my ankles in like mud the whole time. It was fantastic. But I'll say this about American festivals: I haven't encountered that here yet, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, we were anticipating. Like our guy was like, oh, you better bring some wellies and you better bring a rain jacket.
Yep.
We were expecting like, oh shit, all we have is Converse.
Yep.
And it was totally, and it's fine, man, there's grass everywhere. Like even the press tent in Download was just sludge too. Like it was insane.
I was gonna say I've grown up with YouTube as it evolved, and I think I've watched a lot of Download live streams and just random clips. I don't think I've never seen it not rain at Download.
It's insane. Every time I've played Download in my old band before as well, and it was the same thing. Just being carried everywhere because it's just insane, man. It's a wicked festival. Like it's really.
Oh yeah, so Download's up
it's a
there.
Classic, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, especially because it's at Castle Donington, which is, the history of like all the old Ozfests, and like Monsters of Rock was there. So it's cool to play Download. So I'm glad we got to tick that one off.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any issues or problems or anything running into visa stuff coming over to America?
Not really, to be honest. Like, Luke's lived here for a long time, our drummer, he's English. My wife's mum is American,
Okay.
even though she's lived in England most of her life. So we just went to the place and they gave us visas. So for us to come here, we all live in the States, so
Wonderful.
That's easy for us. And then when we go to England and Europe, you guys just get, I don't even know, what is that visa? Like an O1?
A cost form, I think is what it's called. It's yeah, and we all have passports and stuff, so it's usually pretty easy.
I asked that
Our
question.
agent sorts it.
Right. We don't do it. I asked that question because there's a lot of bands that, like, on Facebook, I see, like, oh, we booked this tour and we're about to go, and then,
Can't get
like, can't do it.
America's hard to get into, man.
That's
like,
what I
I have
heard.
so many friends trying to move here, and if you've got any kind of like criminal record or anything, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like you got no chance of getting in. Even if it's like tiny bit of weed. Like my friend's over here right now to do a tour, and on the way over, their drummer got denied at the American gate, sent
Aw.
straight back home.
Jeez.
Sent to like find a session drummer for like 2 days later to do a tour. So it's tough. I've been in a band with a dude. He got denied a visa once. It's real fun.
Okay.
They hate us. They don't want us in here.
So when it comes to the album that you mentioned in May, I'm sure this set, other sets involve a lot of songs from that. What would be you guys' favorite song to play and why?
Ooh. My favorite song to play off the new album is Loser.
Okay, why?
It's our newest single. It's one of the songs where I think our vocal harmonies live work really well. And it's always fun to see people singing along to it and getting into it. And for me, it's fun to get into. Guitar-wise, I have a lot of cool parts in that song. So I'd have to say Loser is probably mine.
It's super poppy, so it's like the less energetic end. Like we can't just fucking leap around and head bang and shit. It's like, oh shit, we gotta like sing.
Okay.
So yeah, we were shitting about playing that song. We didn't have it in the set list for a long time. We're like, I don't know if we could put this in the middle, but it's actually, I guess it's almost my favorite now to play. It's kind of a breather too.
Yeah.
Like it's quite nice.
So when you guys aren't in music mode, what are you guys doing outside of music life?
Guitars.
Yeah, music.
We all work in music pretty much. It's kind of
Okay.
cool. I appraise vintage guitars. You deal with guitars all day long, so we're just And people ask that all the time, like, oh, what hobbies have you got? What do you do in your spare time? You're like, more music? Like, yeah. I have no other interests. Do you have any interests, Jens?
I love Star Wars.
There you go.
Okay. Camera guy here, Tyler, loves Star Wars, so I'm sure you guys would
May
talk.
the Force be with you, my friend.
What's the best movie?
Oh, you don't
Oh.
want to ask me that.
Now we're at the Star Wars side of
My
things.
favorite Star Wars film is kind of a controversial pick, but I like The Last Jedi.
You like The Last Jedi? I liked it.
Okay, cool.
I watched it.
A lot of people look at me and they're like, "What did you just?"
It's not my
say?"
favorite.
Which
But,
one?
yeah, The Last Jedi. It's a Rian Johnson movie. It's very controversial with Star Wars fans. But
Is that new?
It's in one of the newer ones, yeah. But other than that, Return of the Jedi's my favorite.
How about any of the TV shows? You like any of those?
The what?
Any of the TV shows?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Mandalorian, Ahsoka. I've watched them all. I love them. I love anything Star Wars. I can talk about it all day.
Obsessed.
Sweet. Okay. Wonderful. I asked that because one of the bands I talked to today, their vocalist was a session therapist, and that's what he does on the side.
What does that mean?
So basically, anything with mental health. You want to talk about stuff, you can hire him. You want to do it right after their set, you can do it.
You want to talk it out.
Let me.
Yeah, we need to know that guy.
I'll have to edit it back in because now I'm like, oh, what band? I'll tell you guys in a little bit.
Right.
It was one of the first bands I interviewed today. He also talked about how you could book him via Zoom, like if he's on the road. And yeah, so I was like, damn, that's
awesome.
Really unique.
What a great resource.
Yeah.
He's doing good for the world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're not. We're inflating the price of vintage guitars.
So, what do you guys play, or what do you like to play brand-wise? If you're really into guitars, what guitar are you taking out on stage?
Gibsons all
Gibson.
day.
Okay.
I'm a Music Man endorser, so I use Music Man guitars, and we're both big. We're Marshall artists, so we use Marshall amps.
Okay. Are you? Let's debate. Real amps, simulated amps.
Fuck Sims. We are. I mean, it's a terrible idea now because we fucked ourselves. Like last night's loading was like 3 flights of stairs. We are a purely analog band.
Okay.
We take pride in no tracks, no tricks, no digital shit, no nothing. Just fucking big stacks.
Okay.
As loud as humanly possible. Our drummer hits drums harder than you've ever seen a human hit drums.
Okay.
So we got to keep up with him. And
Yeah.
You can't do that with digital shit, man.
And especially with a big stage too.
Exactly,
you got a lot
man.
of space.
Yeah, like we very much enjoy supporting bands that use digital stuff because it
Yeah.
means we have space. That's great. Yeah. We roll up and we're like, oh, this is sick. They got no amps. Here's ours. Yeah.
Okay. I like asking this question to every band I talk to. What advice would you guys give to bands that are just starting out, or maybe want to no longer be a local band?
I would say stay true to yourself. Don't try to copy anyone else. You know, I think it's very tempting these days to, whenever you hear something that's popular, to be like, you know what, I'm going to do that because I can get there that way. Yeah, but I legitimately, from the bottom of my heart, believe that people want to hear what you have to offer. You know, that special thing that you have that no one else has. You know, and I think a lot of younger bands need to hear that and need to have that confidence in themselves to go out there and be like, you know what, fuck it, this is me, this is what I'm doing, and you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, you know?
Make it believable, man. There's no point in just standing up there singing other people's songs. Like, what's the fucking point?
Right.
And stop using fucking backing tracks. Dude, it's a joke right now.
So what's coming up next for maybe 2025 with you guys?
We've got another record all kind of ready to go. Well,
Okay.
we haven't recorded it. We have all the songs ready to go. So we're going to go with our friend Bo this time. We're going to go and record that it's a cool house in like San Francisco. So we're going to go up there. We went to do the last record in England at a residential studio, and that was a game changer for us because normally we've done it of like, you know, clocking in and out every day kind of thing and going home at night. And it was nice to just, all we did 24 hours a day was about making the record the best it can be. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do it in a place in San Francisco. It's like almost on the beach. It's nuts, this place. It's super cheap. No one knows about it. It's really good.
All right.
So yeah, we're going to go there and just get, like, you have to live the whole thing. Like this, if you have other shit worrying you, like, I have to go to work this evening, I have to do all that stuff, you just lose all focus on what you're doing. And I feel like, especially because we're like super analog band and there's no like production tricks and stuff, so it's like we have to be able to play in a room as a band and it has to sound good.
And
if
actually,
it doesn't, yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're going to do that again. We're going to go and do that for like 2 weeks, live in a house and try and make a record.
Okay, wonderful. Different approach for sure. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to go about writing music nowadays. You could write it all in your room, send it off, and call it a day. I mean, there's just so many ways. But I like hearing the analog side of things. Yes, we're all together. We're booking stuff. We're going to have fun.
Yeah, especially because none of us live near each other either.
Yeah.
We live so far apart from each other as a band. And we never get to rehearse, so that's kind of the better way for us. Like, we send out demos to each of us first to be like, okay, we can do this, and I can add this guitar part here and stuff like that. But it's nice to, when we're in a room together, to focus on it. We are there to focus on just the music. So yeah, we're extremely spread out as a band. Like, we live in California, drummer lives in Arizona, and our bass player currently lives in Washington State. So
Okay.
yeah, we don't rehearse.
Wonderful.
It didn't start out that way.
No, it didn't start out that way.
Well, of course.
We all started living in LA, and then when we started doing stuff as a band, it was like, shit, we can't afford to like tour all the time and live in LA, so we spread out pretty fast to keep
Well, for
costs
two
down.
of you, Aftershock's going to be a blessing. It's like, we don't have to go that far.
Yeah. Dude, it's down the road from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Any final words you guys want to say to fans?
I'd say thank you so much for coming out and watching us. In the rain, in this crazy weather, and singing along to the songs, it made the whole trip worth it, and it was a wonderful day. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, we were very surprised. We kind of were anticipating playing to no one, so it was kind of cool. We're like, oh shit, there's loads of people that know the songs. This is cool. And you got a nice bracelet.
I did get a nice bracelet. It has one of our song titles on it.
Aw, isn't that the best? Lowlives, I appreciate a little bit of you guys' time. I'm going to talk to you here in a minute, okay?
Cool, lovely. Thanks for having us.
Lowlives, you got to check them out. They had fun at Louder Than Life, even though it rained. So if you came out to see them and you stuck it out, thank you. If you're here in general for the rain, thank you. The next Danny Wimmer thing for these guys is going to be next month at Aftershock. They're going to be working on new music here soon, so get ready for that. Thanks for checking us out. We'll see you guys next time.